Darius Holmes, a friend and co-worker of Aundre Cross, said an angel was taken from them.
My main concern is that it brings Mrs. Cross and the family, whether it's the postal family or the immediate family, some type of closure, healing, knowing that somebody will be held accountable for it. I don't understand how anybody on the planet would do anything to harm such a kind soul in Aundre. Make you feel welcome, make you feel loved, and he would just do anything to put a smile on your face.
Our top story tonight, 2 Milwaukee men are in federal custody, charged with murdering a Milwaukee mailman.
Three suspects have been apprehended in the murder of Aundre Cross. He worked for the United States Postal Service for 18 years, and while he was doing his route on December 9th, he was senselessly gunned down. According to new court documents, there's details into a possible motive in the murder of the Milwaukee postal worker. As the federal investigators report, 2 men followed him in his route for more than half an hour before his shooting. As the 44-year-old worker, Aundre Cross, delivered the mail on that December 9th, federal investigators say 2 men, 36-year-old Kevin McCaw and 26-year-old Charles Duxworthy Jr., were following him in a silver Audi from at least 4 p.m. until 4:38 p.m. Surveillance video showed the Audi waiting in an alley before a single gunshot can be heard, and a man is seen running back to the car, captured on a home surveillance camera. Cross was later found dead with a single gunshot to the head. Aundre was married and also was a father to 3 children. In newly released criminal complaints, investigators suggest that McCaw and Duxworthy were shipping drugs from California to an address near their Milwaukee homes. Investigators say they identified the suspect's packages was scanned by Cross as a part of his duties as the USPS letter carrier. A week before the murder, he scanned one package intended for Duxworthy as a delivery attempt, but however, there was no access to the delivery location, and that same package remains missing. The document detailed surveillance video from home and cell phone data that law enforcement used to connect McCaw and Duxworthy to the Audi and to the footbridge where investigators say they discovered the murder weapon that was in a nearby creek. This past Tuesday, police arrested McCaw and Duxworthy, and the federal complaint alleges the 2 killed or aided and abetted the killing of the postal employee.
First at 5, new court documents detail a possible motive in the murder of a Milwaukee postal worker. 44-year-old Aundre Cross was gunned down 3 weeks ago while on his delivery route near 65th and Lancaster.
12 News' Hannah Hilliard is live tonight at the federal courthouse. And Hannah, federal investigators are now revealing that 2 men followed Cross on his route for more than a half hour before killing him.
Right, Jaron and Kristen. So those 2 men are Kevin McCaw and Charles Duxworth Jr. And federal investigators believe they targeted this postal worker for over a package that they never received.
There was also a third person arrested, a 34-year-old young woman named Chanel McCoy, and she is accused of lying to investigators. She is the registered owner of the Audi, and she told investigators she was using that car on that day at that time to do DoorDash deliveries, but it was later determined that she was in another vehicle which belonged to Duxworthy's at the time of the murder. I am so happy that now there have been people apprehended and justice can be served for this family. This is senseless. This makes no sense because they chose to have drugs delivered to different addresses. And it sounds like they would go to the addresses and get the mail before people would know. But however, this day they weren't able to be there. So, of course, if you're something that you're signed for, if you're not able to sign for it, they take it back. That's what Cross did. He tried to deliver the mail. There was a delivery attempt. And as he put, there was no access to the delivery location.
As postal worker Aundre Cross
delivered the mail on a snowy December 9th. Federal investigators say two men, Kevin McCaw and Charles Ducksworth Jr., were following him in this Audi from at least 4 p.m. until 4:38. Surveillance video shows the car waiting in an alley near 65th and Lancaster. You then hear a single gunshot and see a man running back to the car. Cross was then found shot dead. In this newly released criminal complaint, investigators suggest McCaw and Ducksworth Jr. were shipping drugs from California to addresses near their Milwaukee homes. Investigators say they identified suspect packages scanned by Cross as part of his duties as a USPS letter carrier. And he scanned one package intended for Ducksworth a week before the murder as, quote, delivery attempted, no access to delivery location. That package remains missing to this day. The documents detail surveillance videos from homes and cell phone data law enforcement used to connect McCaw and Ducksworth to that.
So I guess they killed him to get their package of drugs. This is so horrible. This man was doing nothing but his job. But I'm so happy that someone has been caught and that these people are off the streets. And I pray that full justice be served in this situation. This was pretty quick turnaround. They found the alleged murder weapon and the alleged people who did this. So we'll see how things play out. But I wanted to give an update about what happened with Aundre. I pray his family can continue to process all of this and heal as it's still fresh. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.